Alright, so welcome to my channel. I am Danielle Million. I am a fantasy author. I'm a wife and I'm a mom to 3. I am going to give you just a little quick introduction about me and what I write, what I'm working on right now, and what I like to read. So, first of all, I already told you, I'm Danielle Million. I am a fantasy author. Currently, my trilogy, The Cursed Six, is released. It is a young adult fantasy. It has a little bit of romance in it, but it mostly focuses on like the plot and the characters, but it's really fast paced. It's really short. So it's a great read for somebody who might just be starting out in the fantasy genre, who might want something a little lighter and a little less intense, especially in like the world building. I didn't go heavy on the world building in that one. I mentioned that I was a mom of 3. I do have 3 kids. My oldest will be 4 soon. The middle is 2.5, and the baby is 3 months old. So to say my life is chaotic is probably an understatement, but that's okay because I'm managing. I'm doing the things. I do have plans to kind of talk a little bit more about how I manage to write, edit, read, all those things while also still being a full-time mom, because I am a full-time stay-at-home mom. But I wanted to make sure to just kind of give you a little information about what goes on behind the scenes, which is a lot, but that's okay. The next thing I want to talk about is what I like to read. I like to read everything, pretty much everything. Nonfiction and horror are the lowest on my totem pole of things I like to read. The highest being fantasy. I'm currently in the middle. I say in the middle. I'm not in the middle. I'm currently at the beginning of Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive. I'm reading The Way of Kings, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Number one, he has fantastic writing. His writing style is just perfection. Number 2, the story is fantastic. I am just really getting involved in all the characters. Their stories are starting to come together. So it's starting to really get fun and really get exciting. I also got my husband started on Mistborn. So he is reading Brandon Sanderson as well. And we've been kind of discussing it back and forth. He's only about 40 or so pages into Mistborn, but he says he's enjoying it so far. So we'll see what he thinks about the end. I haven't read Mistborn yet. I'm hoping to get to it after I finish the Stormlight Archive, but I was having severe FOMO of everybody else reading it and prepping for Wind of Truth that I decided to just go ahead and read it and just get it done. So I am currently working my way through the Stormlight Archive. Like I said, I'm enjoying it quite a bit, but it is really long. So currently, when I say I'm reading fantasy, I am. So the last thing I want to discuss is what I'm currently working on. Oh boy, I haven't really talked about my project, my new project, much, but I am getting excited about sharing it and sharing some more about it. The things I can tell you is that it is a fantasy standalone. It's going to be more in the romantasy realm, as in I'm going to be making sure there's a lot of romance in there, but also it's set in a historical time period. That is the piece that I'm so excited about. I have had to do so much research for it so far, but I'm having so much fun writing this one. I didn't think that I would enjoy writing from a historical time period perspective because there are so many pieces and elements that need to be right for it to make sense historically, but you also have to keep the fantasy elements in there as well. And also, I will be mentioning this in another video later, but I really strive to keep like gospel elements in my writing because I am a Christian and my faith means a whole lot to me. Like, it means everything to me. So being able to keep gospel elements and elements of scripture and Christianity in my books without it being explicitly Christian fiction is a very important thing for me. So I've got 3 different factors that I'm trying to work on and keeping this book together. So it is a little bit more research involved and a little bit more heavy on like building. I won't say world building because I'm not having to world build a whole lot. I'm just having to like plot build, we'll say. And also like character build, because I'm also trying really hard to keep my characters relatable and things like that. When I wrote my first trilogy, the only thing that I can use to describe it is that I was a novice. I've written many manuscripts before. I think I wrote my first manuscripts when I was like 10 or 11 maybe. And I think I wrote about like a horse, a girl and her horse going on adventures or something like that. I don't know. But my story writing skills have improved since then, obviously. But they've really improved over the last year because I started writing as a career path last year and really just kind of made it my own. I wrote those books really quickly, which is okay. It's not a bad thing to write quickly. I'm still a very fast writer, but this time around, I wanted to take my time, slow my pace a little bit, and kind of work on the story structure, the plot, the characters with a little bit more intention, instead of my intention being to just hurry up and get my story out there so I have books to sell. I also made the covers for my trilogy and I'm very proud of them. I do love the way they turned out, but they don't really fit the market very well. So when I decided to write this next book, I decided to hire out for a cover. I do have a cover already and it does have a title, but I'm not going to be sharing those things right now. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, I am going to be posting in November, probably the title. I'm probably going to title drop then. But it won't be on social media for a little while. I'm hoping to do like some big reveal in December. Stay with me because maybe I can do it, but if not, I will be revealing it as soon as I can. I'm just trying to get some pieces of the plot and the story worked out before I just dive into the publishing marketing aspect of this book. If there's anything else that you want to know about me or my life, just drop some questions in the comments. I'm hoping to do one big Q&A video where I just sort of take all of the questions, compile them together, and answer them. So if you have any questions or if you have anything that you would like for me to discuss on here, just make sure you drop some stuff in the comments. And also, if you want to keep up with me, what I'm working on, my thoughts, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.